it's your coach Marissa Johnson, and today I'm going to be helping you understand common doubles footwork patterns, all in the comfort of your own home. I do have some clips of me showing you these footwork patterns on the court as well, but just know that you can practice these shadow swings and footwork patterns at home or on the court. I won't be discussing any technique on how to hit certain strokes, but I will be discussing how to move your feet in order to sync up the rhythm of your body with your swing. So if you are looking for technique on how to hit strokes, I have a full playlist that breaks down the forehand, backhand, serve, volleys, all that good stuff. There's like 60 videos in that, check it out. And if you do want more work on your footwork, I have a 7-day footwork challenge in my playlist as well. So don't forget to check those out. And yeah, let's get started on your footwork pattern. We will be going over 6 different common doubles footwork patterns, and the first one we're going over are basic volleys. If you have a racket, I highly suggest grabbing that right now, but if not, no worries, we're really just looking at the feet here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can move your feet for a volley, but the base of it all is actually keeping a wide stance. And when you have this wide stance, it makes it a lot easier for you to move. It makes it a lot easier for you to stay balanced. So all you're going to do for this footwork pattern drill is work on your split step. And once you do that, you're kind of on your toes and you're going to step, cross step. And most coaches normally only just talk about this first cross step, but we're going to talk about the other ones too. So you split and step in front, about a 45-degree angle forward. But the next one you're going to do is split and kind of to the side. So you might be realizing that sometimes when you hit, you don't have a lot of time to move your feet in the directions that you want, and that's why that wide stance is so important. So you catch that volley to the side. And the last one you're gonna do is a back step, and that's when it's coming at you more and you have to give yourself more space. So the full footwork pattern is hop in front step, hop and side step, hop and back step. The same thing can be imitated on the backhand side. So you hop and front step, hop and side step, hop and back step. And you can do this at home as many times as you want. Just make sure you're really on your toes. And let's check out what it looks like on the court.
The pattern I want you to notice in this footwork is the double hop in between each volley. That just helps you get set for the next step. So we're going to slow it down here. If you notice what foot I am loading off of, it's really going to help you in this drill. You'll also find that the only way that you're going to be able to do this is if you have a slight bend in the knees as well. And along with that, you just want to be on your toes, meaning heels off the ground. So we're going to look at this slow-mo one more time, and I'm going to call out for you which foot you're pushing off of. And keep in mind, I'm also saying this if you are right-handed, so vice versa if you are left-handed. So just try to keep up. So there I pushed off the right leg. In this next one, I'm pushing off the left leg to get my step. And in this last one for my forehands, I'm also pushing off that left leg. Now I'm resetting, and I'm pushing off the left leg to step in. Resetting, pushing off the right leg to get to the side. And then for the last one, I'm also pushing off of my right leg so that I can step back. There you go.
Next, we're gonna talk about the footwork patterns for an overhead. So as soon as you see your opponent's racket face open and you're pretty sure they're gonna pop up that lob for you, you're going to do, I'll pretend like the lob's coming from this direction. You're going to hop on your toes and immediately turn. And this is a really hard footwork step that a lot of people need to work on. You hop and you turn, okay? And I have kind of short ceiling, so I'm not gonna do the full swing real fast just so that I don't hit my ceiling, but you're gonna hop, turn, shuffle back, a couple steps, however much you want, however much room you have, and then you set and you swing all the way through, okay? So kind of more fast, hop, turn to the side, shuffle back, and through. And the hardest part for players in that footwork pattern is turning to the side and keeping that side turn and keeping that shuffle back. So on the court, it would look like this.
So here I just kind of shuffled only a little bit, but when you do this, try to take a few more steps if you have the room. So I started there with shuffling back after a split step. Biggest key is turning. If you are right-handed and turning for an overhead, you will be turning and pushing off of that left leg. And so that's really what's going to guide you to push yourself and shuffle backwards. Once you turn, it is literally like a sideways shuffle. Another huge thing with overheads is setting the feet. So notice when I set and then I start my swing with my pivot. So let's watch that one more time because that's the hardest part for people. I keep moving my feet until I know I'm ready to start my racket drop. I set and I drop almost immediately. And so don't forget to pivot too.
The next footwork pattern that we will discuss is poaching. So what does the volley steps look like when you're making a poach? Step to the side just a little bit so you can see. First, split step of course, but then you're going to take a big step loading on the side that you're going to volley towards, and then you're going to kind of launch yourself, okay? And you're going to launch yourself to make that poach. Most of the time, you need to take really big steps for these poach volleys because you're going at them quite far because you don't want to give it away. So you hop, big step, and push, and you want to work on loading off of that leg so that you can get some air time maybe, and maybe you don't need to catch that much air, but maybe you do. So you hop, step, and poach, and then you can do that from the backhand side as well. Hop, step, and poach. And a lot of times that one's a little bit trickier for people because we don't usually load on our non-dominant leg, but this is why we're practicing. So hop, step, and poach. Okay?
After just trying it with the step and catching your balance, add a few shuffle steps to the side. So you'll see here I'm going for my poach, boom, and then I just continue to carry my body to the side and reset for the next shot. Also, the footing can get a little tricky in this, so just practice as much as you can, especially on this backhand side. You might notice I take a few extra steps, but I'm always staying on my toes, and even when I recover all the way to the side with a shuffle, I continue to do some extra split steps.
Next, we're going to talk about the serve and volley, which is a common tactic that people use in their doubles matches. So this one, I don't have a lot of space within my home, but if you are at home, maybe you want to take it outside or somewhere where you have a little bit more space to run. But we will be talking about this on the court as well. So we do our shadow swing. I'll just do a couple steps so you can see from this angle. We're going to do our shadow swing of our serve, okay? And then what you're going to work on is loading on that left leg. If you're right-handed, you're probably going to be on your left leg there. And you're just going to work on that balance. So you're here, here, body's completely turned if I'm serving this way, and you hop and right there. And if you're not jumping on your serves, don't worry about that. You can work on this, pivot, and then even though you're not on one foot, you're still going to use that to bring your momentum forward. And once you do that, so I give you from both angles here, you hop, maybe if you're a hopper, and then you run, and then you just get your split step. And I'll show you on the court about where you want to do that. But if you're not hopping on your serve, boom, and then you just have to keep that balance on your non-dominant leg, okay? Let's see what it looks like on the court.
So just a little in regular motion here, but now we're going to slow it down. So you'll see when I finish my serve that I'm going to land on my left leg and my right leg pops up. That's going to take me straight into a regular run. And when I get to about the service line, I'm going to land and try to get both feet landed at the same time. The hardest thing might be this keeping your body turned throughout your serve, and also when you finish to just try to land on both feet at the same time. But that is a very crucial point, so really try to master that balance at the end.
Now we're going to discuss a regular approach shot. So a lot of times your coach might do drills with you where they work on approach volley. So once again, I'm going to show you from the side profile here so you can kind of see what's going on, and then I'll show you on court. So if you are going for an approach shot, a lot of times you're running towards the ball, okay? And what you want to work on is setting your feet once again on your left leg if you're right-handed, vice versa. if you know what I mean. So you set that foot, and you want to keep this hips turned as long as you can while you swing. The momentum of your swing is going to carry you forward towards a run, and this is quite a tricky footwork pattern that people struggle with. So just keeping the hips turned longer, this is going to make or break your approach shot, okay? So you're here, you're running, maybe a little cross step there. You set, you swing, follow it in, and of course after a couple steps, doing that split step. Of course, these are big steps, so you have a lot of ground to cover, so just remember that.
So I want you to keep a close eye on my hips and the rotation with my swing when we slow it down right here. So you'll notice I'm completely turned. The momentum of my swing is going to help carry me forward into my split step. Another thing that's going to help with this footwork is shoulder rotation. So just make sure you're really turning. That's just going to help you carry it forward like a regular run and get that split step with balance.
So the last common doubles footwork pattern we're going to discuss is the chip and charge. When you do a chip and charge, the footwork pattern is kind of similar to a lot of the running forward patterns that we've been doing. You are going to, of course, move in, make your chip, and then because you've loaded on that leg, you're going to continue running, and then you can get up into the net into your split step. Trying these at home, I understand, is kind of hard to understand how many steps you need to take and how much room you have, which is why I'm also showing you on the court. But for the sake of just working on getting your body turned and setting your feet and those certain initial steps, they're really awesome to practice at home.
So keep a close eye on setting the feet while you do your chip. So notice right here, I'm running. I make sure I'm set while I'm making contact, and I'll run through that, try to get to the service line to do my balanced split step, okay? And just looking at it one more time, we're slowing it down, we're keeping everything turned. I use that to run forward, and notice this kind of double hop just to make sure I'm balanced at the end.
So those are the 6 common doubles footwork patterns that we were working on today. I strongly suggest trying these at home with racket in hand. You can do it outside, you can do it inside, wherever. But I would just do it until you feel comfortable syncing up your feet with your racket swinging. And this is why doing things at home without the ball and without the confusion of what's going on the court is going to help you revolutionize your game. Thank you so much for joining me on this channel, and thank you to Peter Freeman for putting on this awesome tennis conference. Would love it if you would subscribe, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.